Call me Nintendo the way I hate money. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Gamescase. Today, and only today, we are here with another State of Nintendo conversation slash, what's next. I figured, it's June, it's that time frame of announcements and new things, so we could sit down here, talk about what I genuinely think is going to be happening with Nintendo this summer, because I feel like this time around things are a little different. The reason I say that is because we just got Tears of the Kingdom about 3 weeks ago. Now, obviously, this game has been a massive success for Nintendo. I mean, over 10 million copies sold in 3 days, probably still selling like crazy. And not just that, I mean, my thoughts on the game, I'm like 110 hours into it. I adore it. I've just countlessly spent hours just trying to unlock stuff in the world, and I get caught in that loop of discovery, making cool shit, finding new things. It's a very addicting game, and I love it so much. And Nintendo really did craft something crazy. But I think we're all sort of in agreement now that it feels like a very big what's next. I mean, what's going on here? We're about we're in 6 years into the Switch's life. Nintendo has said themselves that, things are maybe slowing down. We've had a lot of reports about that, but what's going on? Is there going to be a June Direct like usual? I'm thinking no, right? And I know usually that's not like the hype answer I'm usually used to having, but I feel like with Summer Games Fest going down and the way Nintendo sort of operates and how that Zelda, we just had Zelda come out, and Nintendo actually recently just announced another game on Twitter. They sort of had like a mini announcement night where they had Everybody 1-2-Switch announced, which is a sequel to 1-2-Switch, and I guess someone asked for that somewhere. There was one person that was like, I really love this, and they decided to make another one. This one is going to be linked up to, a mobile app, so I feel like they're just going for the Jackbox casual audience with this, but again, I just don't know how that's gonna do, but knowing Nintendo will probably do 1 million copies sold just because it's the Nintendo effect. They also randomly announced Joy-Cons that were coming out. We recently had the Mario GBA games come out on Game Boy Advance Online, but that's really it. I mean, we know Pikmin's coming in July, but it's kind of quiet schedule-wise for Nintendo. We know Metroid Prime 4 is somewhere in the ether. We know a couple third-party games, but it's really kind of quiet, right? And obviously, Nintendo probably has to talk soon. They probably have a few games lined up in the chamber that they want to talk about, even if the Switch, I feel like, could be winding down, because we still don't really know. We still don't know, what is going on? What is the future of Nintendo? Are we getting a Switch Pro? Are they going full-on Switch 2, where it's going to be mega new powered, then for a while it's going to be cross-gen, then it's going to move over? I don't really know. Obviously, I think they have to have everything backwards compatible just because of how massive the Switch is, but we just cannot seem to figure out a correct answer about what's going on with the Switch successor. Now, typically we expect a June Direct, which used to be the E3 Directs, but ever since E3 has gone away, they've sort of shied away from that. In fact, last year around the June timeframe, we got a Nintendo Partner Showcase, which actually was a banger, to be honest with you. We got stuff like Mega Man Battle Network Collection. They showed us, I think Pac-Man World 2 Remaster was revealed there. They showed a bunch of really cool games. They showed us Super Bomberman R sequel. They showed us a trailer for Sonic Frontiers. There was a lot of stuff in that Partner Showcase that was really exciting and fun. So I could definitely see something like that coming along. But I could also see, obviously we have a few other pieces of Nintendo content. We do have the Mario Kart DLC. Last one was, what was it? It was around end of March, early April, and I feel like, now it's time. It's been about 3 months. People are getting hungry. You want to get that new audience in there. And obviously, after the Mario movie, I'm sure a lot of people are hungry for some new Mario Kart content. I don't think the next DLC set is going to have Mario movie stuff, but remember, we do know that this next set of DLC is going to have characters in it. We know there's 5 hidden character slots, or 4, one of those numbers, and I think it's time to get 2 of those probably in the next pass. I think maybe it's going to be a Donkey Kong set where we get Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong. Maybe we get an old school DK track or even a new DK track. I don't know. Either way, it's exciting to think what could be happening, because they are getting a little crazier, the Mario Kart DLC. We had that Yoshi track, we got Birdos added, so I feel like as time goes on, the Mario Kart Booster Pass is looking better and better. Another one is Pikmin, right? I'm a big Pikmin fan. I'm very excited for Pikmin 4, but I feel like this isn't something that needs to be addressed in a direct. I feel like they could just wake up one day and be like, hey, here's an overview trailer for Pikmin 4. I don't know how heavily Nintendo wants to push this. I feel like at this point, look, I think Pikmin just sells to people who like Pikmin. I like Pikmin. than a lot of others do. I mean, I think on Wii U it sold about 2 to 3 million copies. The port actually on Switch sold about 2 million copies, if I'm correct, around that ballpark. So I'm sure this, this sequel is gonna do well, and I'm sure it's gonna be great. I have no doubt that the quality of it isn't gonna be like awesome. We also have Splatoon right now. Now they just dropped a new season of content, so I don't think it's time yet to talk about the last course or the side order DLC yet, but that's something else they could talk about eventually. But again, like, what is gonna go down? What's missing? And I think we know what's missing, right? I think the big one is Mario, right? And I'm not here to tell the conversation of Mario is dead or what's going on with Mario, but it's like, it is definitely weird that, we are 6 years into the Switch's life and we do not have a 3D Mario sequel. We are definitely entering that territory of the biggest gap between 3D releases. I believe the longest one was, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was it 64 to Sunshine? Because I'm pretty sure 64 came out in 96 and then Sunshine was like 2002. So it was a 6-year gap. And then Sunshine to Galaxy was about a 5-year gap. So we're definitely in one of the longest gaps we've had for a Nintendo, 3D Mario sequel. And it's just like, at this point, I'm wondering, are they saving it for something they want to have as a cross-gen launch, quote unquote, with whatever's coming next to Nintendo? Are they just cooking? Like, I don't think it's going to come out this fall. I feel like at this point, Nintendo doesn't want to capitalize on themselves, but a 2D Mario could be fire. I've talked about that a lot. It feels like it's time to dive back into 2D Mario. I know we had Mario Maker about 3-4 years ago in 2019 now, but it's time. I mean, we haven't had a proper new 2D Mario since New Super Mario Bros. U in like 2012. So we are like definitely well far and above beyond time for a new 2D Mario, and we're due for it, man. Come on. It's like, we just had the Mario movie that was a mega success. And I know that applies to all Mario things. Like, I'm sure Mario Odyssey is reselling a lot of copies. I'm sure all the spin-offs are selling, but it's like, I think it's really time for a core Mario title to hit the stores. I feel like it's got to be this holiday because Nintendo needs something this holiday, right? They don't have Pokemon. I know Pokemon's gonna have their DLC coming later this year. It feels like, aside from that, like, what is there, right? And obviously there's going to be third-party stuff, but what else could they do? And I'm trying to think in my mind, right? Like, it's like, we got Mario Kart DLC, maybe Zelda DLC. Like, I'm sure Tears of the Kingdom is going to have an expansion, just like they did for what's called Breath of the Wild. I feel like they've definitely got a lot more they could do with that world if they wanted to, unless they felt like they made something cracked and they dipped, which that's also fine. Kirby's probably going to calm down. We just got Kirby Remastered. Last year we got a 3D Kirby. I don't think that team is really going to cook up anything. We could definitely see a Yoshi game. I feel like it's time for a Yoshi game to pop up, maybe another Yarn style game, or maybe just, I say go back to tradition, man. Like, just put a baby on Yoshi's back, you know what I'm saying? Let him run through the level. Let me throw my eggs, give me a sick art style, give me something fun and crazy. I feel like a big one too is Donkey Kong, right? With how much, he was popular in the movie. Apparently they're making a spin-off movie for him, as well as an expansion Nintendo Park for him. It feels like Nintendo's about to have another big push for Donkey Kong, and honestly, if not for a big Mario game in the fall, I'd be down for a big Donkey Kong game. Give me something back to, your 3D, go crazy with it, have fun with it, give me the crazy collectibles, and just give me some nice banana collecting, nice platform and swinging action. And obviously Nintendo wouldn't be Nintendo without some ports, bro. And there's a lot of options when it comes to Nintendo. There's still a lot of GameCube games they could port. Obviously we can get stuff like the Thousand Year Door remastered finally. We could even get stuff more like the Wii. We could get Galaxy 2 finally ported. We could also get my beloved Kid Icarus Uprising. Please, please, please. With Nintendo, there's a myriad of options, but I feel like, tapping into more of the GameCube era, because it doesn't seem like they want to put those on Nintendo Switch Online. Just, I don't know. It's really hard to tell with Nintendo, because they could fucking do anything. I could wake up tomorrow, they have a new console announced. I could wake up tomorrow, they announce a new Mario game. It's like, they are definitely in that weird bag moment, where I don't know what to expect from them. It used to feel like Nintendo had so much more of a pattern that was readable, but now it's very much like confusing almost. Where I'm like, are you gonna wake up? Are we getting a Mario baseball game, soon? That makes sense, and hopefully is it gonna have content, or is this gonna be the one that's bad again? It's always so random what we get from Nintendo nowadays. I do wonder if Nintendo at some point is going to, invest in a new IP that's gonna be as big as Splatoon. Obviously, you can't really tell if a franchise is gonna be big or not, but like, I wonder when Nintendo's gonna start investing in that idea of like, okay, we made Splatoon, that was a mega success. What else can we do here to sort of, have something that's very Nintendo, but feels fun and feels like a massive, shift for us. And I don't know what that could be at this point. I feel like it has to be maybe another multiplayer game. Maybe Nintendo wants to tap into the battle royale genre in a Nintendo style way. I feel like they got to figure that out definitely, and that could be something really fun because Nintendo does everything their way. They do platformers their way, open world, even with Zelda and all this stuff. So it's always interesting to see what they're gonna do next. Oh, so let me bitch about Nintendo Switch Online for a second because oh my god, do I fucking hate how they roll out those games, bro. It's like we wake up and it's like the GBA Online was announced in like February, and we got what, 3 Mario games that I like the GBA versions of, but like they've been available on the other ones. Where's Kirby? Where's the other ones? It's just like there's so much constant back and forth and wondering of like, which is SNES gonna get updated soon? Is Game Boy OG gonna get updated soon? Are we gonna get more in 64 ones? Like they're so fucking random of how they do shit. It drives me insane. It drives me insane. Nintendo's the type of company where I could wake up tomorrow and they'd announce another season pass for Smash. Let me know what you think. Do you think we're gonna get Direct? Do you think we're in that weird territory? We're just gonna get Twitter announcement. There also is like a big notable question mark where August they're going to be at Gamescom, which is kind of a big deal because then people are wondering like, what do they got there? So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I just want my 3D Mario and I want my Kid Icarus port. That's it. That's all. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all are the best. Subscribe for more. Peace out.